Would you date with an American?
With an American, yeah. I did it in the past, and I actually like it. I love it because Americans are very different than Colombians. They are always like, they appreciate you a lot. They tell you that you're looking beautiful because maybe in US the girls don't get ready like a lot like us. So for me, it's like very nice that a guy appreciate you all the time. So that's very cool. I like it. It's very nice. And in Colombia, we love foreigners. Everything different is very nice.
Nightlife. Provenza is the perfect example of nightlife because here are many people, many restaurants open all night, many nationalities like Puerto Ricans, Americans, Mexicans, Venezuelans, Dominicans, a lot of people, and it's an amazing experience because are different cultures together. So, what is your name?
Passportbros, your ultimate travel companion. Download the app for free and embark on a journey where your adventures not only become unforgettable memories, but also opportunities to earn. With Passportbros, your travel content is more than just photos and videos. It's your ticket to a fully monetizable network of like-minded adventurers. Imagine making money from your travel stories. Post videos, share your experiences, and let the world be a part of your journey. But that's not all. Connect with travelers from around the globe, join co-ed groups, and make lasting friendships, perhaps even with foreign women who share your passion for exploration. And here's the best part. Store your earnings securely in your Passportbros wallet. No hassle, no worries. Just seamless transactions wherever your travels take you. Looking for the best local experiences? Passportbros has got you covered. Get personalized recommendations for tour guides, rentals, and the hottest clubs in town. Did we mention the app is absolutely free to download? That's right. Your passport to a world of adventure is just a click away. And here's the cherry on top. With Passportbros, you can make money while exploring new places. Turn your passion for travel into a source of income, right from your mobile device. So, what are you waiting for? Download Passportbros now, share your journey, connect with fellow explorers, and let the adventure begin.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.
All right, family, we are live. Welcome to another show. I see we are already kind of deep in the building today already, almost 100 people in the room. I want to give everybody a shout out who's in here, tapping in early. We have a lot to talk about today. I see when I posted this video in the chat, or the stream in the chat, not the chat, the private Facebook group, Passportbros Facebook group. Make sure to join if you haven't already joined, by the way. That we got a lot of comments. So this is kind of like a touchy subject to a certain degree. Not really a touchy subject, but a subject I know a lot of people want to talk about. So we're going to discuss it today. Did the Passportbros, did we affect American nightlife, the club scene in the cities, nightlife, like the metropolitan cities all around America, Atlanta, DC, Florida? Did we affect it? All right. With our social movement, so to say. Let me see who's all in the building. We can go ahead and get this show started. I want to give a shout out to my man, Black Man Travels. He says the American nightlife is no longer produces the ROI, return on investment, it once had in the past. Nightclubs are no longer a place of meet like-minded folks looking to have a good time, but become a place of look at me. That's a good point. Shout out my man, Black Man Travels. All right. Shout out to you. Alvin Tucker says no Passportbros, Americanized nightclub life in other countries. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's so funny, man, because I had stopped going to the club pretty much after I went to Brazil. I might have went maybe a few times after I went to Brazil, but I can count on my hand from 2017 to 2020 when I finally left the country how many times I went to the club after I went to Brazil. All right. Shout out my man Rook Moonchild in the building. Clubs were really for kids. They have older folk clubs, but that's for people washed up with nothing to do in the city. All right, shout out my man Ronan in the building. I always salute to you, Ronan. He says nightlife in America is full of pookies and ray-rays. Overly delusional women that think they are boss babes, barely making $35K a year with at least 2 4 kids and 2 baby daddies. Yeah, there's a lot of undesirables in the club. It's always been like that, though. There's a lot of undesirables in the club, man. Every once in a while, you get lucky. But everybody lies in the club. Everybody lies in the club, man. All right. Got my first super chat of the night. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Dacus, the navigator, with a $5 super chat. He says, Traveling Bros didn't kill the scene, but we sure knew how to get value out of partying elsewhere. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. I never thought I would be into the club life again. But once I, moved to Medellin, of course, I started going out more. A lot of guys, you go, on vacation. They want to meet you in the park and everything. So definitely nightlife overseas is 10x better. 10x better. Even with a language barrier, it's better. All right. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too, man. Social media killed nightlife and ruined women in the West. It's interesting you say that, man, because social media is all over the world. It's all over the world. It's not just the West. All right. Instagram is the biggest culprit when it comes to what's happening to the dating and American women. Yeah, Instagram is. You're right. Que lo que, Style King. What up? Que lo que tu sabes? What's good? HM2 Fly, Nightlife been destroyed. Yeah, it has. It really has, man. Shout out to my man Style King in the building. Time travel. Pookie's destroy American nightlife. I can't really call it on Pookie's. Do you mean street cats? You talking about the violence? Because if you have you in a club or in that parking lot, it gets sketchy after 2. All right. What up? What up? At your wife house all day. That name always kills me when I read it, man. Top of the morning BMT from Patia. I'm going to always support these lives. Salute to the chat, and let's put a blue book as many brothers' hands as we can. A passport can truly change a life. All right. Shout out my man Jay Star in the building. We in here heavy already. We got 100 people in the room. What up, Iman? The answer is no club owner made the dance floor smaller and increased the session size. Yeah, that's true. They actually had a podcast. It's one of them Atlanta podcasts. There's so many podcasts now, but one of them Atlanta podcasts where I guess he's like a ex-music exec and he's be interviewing all the club owners and stuff. And they were saying that the sections killed the club. So nightlife has been clapped for years. Okay, the club's still jumping. You probably talking about them tech clubs. You're talking about them clubs that with the what's that techno music, the white people clubs. They probably still jumping. Physical portion, say between the sections, couches, and unapproachable women, the clubs were destined for failure. Yeah. And we're going to talk about the Freaknik in a little second, too. I'm going to get to Freaknik, the little Freaknik documentary. It was really interesting. And we're going to talk about a little bit of the Freaknik documentary because, I'm from Atlanta, and I experienced Freaknik when I was about the first time I was 13, going on 14 maybe, because it's a spring break, right? So, yeah, I was going on 14. So I had to be about 13 years old. And the second time I was 16 or 17 years old. So I'm going to talk about a little bit of that too. The pandemic killed the nightclub scene? I don't know, man. Somebody said, nah, my G, passport G's ain't messing up nothing in the States, my G, when it comes. Okay, my G. Okay. At your White Side Day says, Passport Bros definitely put a dent in the dating scene stateside. No need to date stateside no more when you get a better start and finish dating abroad. Dating abroad is a better investment. Speaking of that, I want to pull something up real quick. This was kind of interesting. Now, I don't know if my man really said this, seeing how he pretty much has a female fan base that's in their 40s. But this has been going viral lately right here. My man, Marcus Houston. All right. It's crazy how we all getting older and shit. We all, looking older now. But Marcus Houston, 41, claims he married a 19-year-old. I thought she was 21, but he said he married a 19-year-old because women his age come with too much baggage. Now, we kind of know that there's some truth to that. Now, like I say, he probably pissed off his fan base, but I don't think he's really doing the music thing too tough as of lately. So he probably just kept it real. Maybe, all these little podcasts, things like that. But he is right. And that's the difficult part. That's one of the most difficult part about dating in America is you're supposed to date women. And I've always said this. You're supposed to technically date in, I guess you want to say 5 years younger or 5 years older. That little, that's like the social cue or acceptance. As you date women, men supposed to date women. And we know as women get older, I mean, men have baggage too, but women have a lot of baggage, especially in concerns of children. I remember going out on a date. I met a chick at the grocery store. Nice little red bone. This had to be like 2018 or 2019 because I was fresh from Brazil. Yeah, it had to be about 2018. And she was cool. We was around the same age. I think she was like 30, 38 or something. We went out like maybe twice, right? And I remember that, the big difference in, even though we were the same age, I feel like I was talking to a woman that was 55, 60 because she had already raised an 18-year-old. She had already raised a whole child, an adult, by herself. Of course, she was a single mom. So our level of certain maturity is different, right? She raised a human being. She raised a little child. I'm sitting out here 37 at the time, no kids. So our energy level is totally different. Now, on paper, we should be a match, but just as far as the mentality is just too different. It's too different. She was an adult. I'm an adult as well, but she was an adult. She raised a little young adult, right? So that's what Marcus Houston means by that. And that could be a little offensive to some, but I think that nowadays, with all this new information coming out, especially in concerns of men and female relationships, especially because of the Passport Bros ideology. Let me say that one more time. It's an ideology. When people ask guys, hey, are you a Passport Bro? Listen, the power of the Passport Bros is in the ideology, meaning what you believe in, right? If you believe in it's easier to find a traditional woman overseas, if you believe in a better lifestyle, easier lifestyle, where you don't have to pay so much money on the front end just to live and, just little common things, food and stuff. If you want a cheaper cost of living, a better lifestyle, so you can invest more into relationships, that's the Passport Bro ideology. You just kind of want to get out the West or unsubscribe from all the belief systems in the West. So it's more of an ideology. The reason things like, let's just say, nationalism or white nationalists, right? Or white, you want to call it white supremacy or anything. I'm not going to go too deep into it. But the reason it's so powerful is because it's more of a mindset and an ideology that they sub to than the actual title. That's why it's so powerful. So when you take the title off of it, of just saying, oh, are you a Passport Bro? Are you a Passport Bro? You can say, no, I'm not a Passport Bro. Hell no, I'm not a Passport Bro at all. You might have a Passport Bro hat on and everything. But you have the ideology. You believe in the ideology and the belief system of a Passport Bro. And that's why it's going to get bigger and never be stopped, So when people always ask, like, man, are you a Passport Bro? Because I heard Ray's ask a guy if he was a Passport Bro. He said, no, I'm just a guy that travels, which is cool. Totally understandable. But when he said what his belief system was, it was 100% a Passport Bro ideology. So in essence, he not made title not be a Passport Bro, but his belief system, his ideology is Passport Bro. All right. And one of the things about being a Passport Bro, the ideology, is the fact that you can be an older gentleman, 40s, 50s, because overseas, in most cases, your value is so high, you're still are able to select from the cream of the crop of women in the ages of, let's say, 20 to 25. All right, which is kind of important, man. I mean, it is. They don't want to admit to it, but it is. Women go through different experiences and they're not the same no more, which makes it more difficult for you to try to pair bond with them. This is why so many relationships go bad in America. All right, because guys are trying to wife up women that know they're broken. Some of these women know they're broken. All right, the little young Cowboys player, I forgot his name, that just got Future and Bow Wow baby mama pregnant. And as soon as she found out she's pregnant, she broke up with the guy. And I'm like, man, I kind of don't feel sorry for the guy, but it's just like, dude, what you expect? She already has 2 baby daddies. She's 10 years older than you. She totally took advantage of you, bro. And in the American system, it's okay. You know, they really should change the laws. And that's another thing about being a passport bro or something to the passport bro ideology. In a lot of these countries that we go to, there's like a child support maximum. So no matter how much the man makes, it's just a maximum level. I believe it's in the DR too. You know, these countries like Brazil and Colombia, stuff like that. You got to look at the child law, because they might change them. But it's like a maximum, which kind of keep things in line. A woman shouldn't be able to keep your lifestyle or drag you through the court system and try to drain money and resources from you when she's not even with you. She's not even trying to build a family. She's trying to literally get a check for 18 years. And the smug on that lady's face was just so sinister. It was like, soon as she got pregnant, she was like, boom, got his ass. I'm out. You know, she's not about family. She's not about him. She's not about the children. She's about shopping. That's what she's about. All right. And she's willing to do anything that she can in her power to seduce a young, naive individual with a check in order for her to go get a Gucci bag. Real selfish, man. Be careful who you lay your eggs in, bro. All right. Shout out to Physical Poetry for the $4.99 super chat. Why pay $20 to $69 door charge and $20 drinks? Oh, you must be in Cali or something. For lackluster dating options and consistent dangerous hoodlums. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. What up, Good Time Gringo? Good Time Gringo says, what up? Yeah, the sessions definitely killed the black club scene in Atlanta. There's no dance floor, so people really rarely mingle. Facts. The Everyone Club is still jumping. It's like T&J and MJQ still open? Oh, hell no. I would never even want to walk into MJQ. Oh, the MJQ district. Okay. You know, oh Lord, I don't even want to. But shout out to my man Physical Poetry. I appreciate it. $5 super chat, my man. I'm an adult, and she was an adult as well. Okay. All right, real quick before I get into the meat of the show, $2,000 for a section. Oh hell no. I want to talk about this real quick, family. Hold on, let me pull this up. Where is that at? Let me pull this up real quick. I want to show you what they're kind of doing now. Now, this was on World Star. All right. And I reported on this a couple of days ago. I read the article that was, I think it was in the New York Times, about a young man, unfortunately, that passed away. Now, it could have been some foul play involved. This woman kind of gives a summary on her TikTok. I'm not going to play the entire video, but I want you to catch the kind of like the energy that she's kind of displaying. And she might do this, you know, this might be her little thing she does on TikTok as far as, you know, breaking down different news and stuff like that. But some of these women now, man, they kind of like almost, I'm not gonna say they're laughing at it, but it's almost like they're trying to like be a little contentious to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? Like patronize a little bit by the way they're telling us these stories or reporting these so-called news stories. Now, we all know, rest in peace to Omar Watson. Appreciate that at your wife's house all day. We all know that it could have been a possibility because we know I do responsible journalism, so I read the entire article. I don't do just, you know, headline news like some other content creators do. Not calling no names, feel advised. But we know that, you know, sometimes, you know, things happen. You know, it's unfortunate, especially you overseas. Even people that work for the government might steal a phone or something. You know, he passed away. His phone was gone. His iPad was gone. And it was just a few things about the story that just didn't really sit right, right? And he was a young guy. It was like he was mildly in shape to a certain degree, but he died of a blood clot, basically. That's what the official coordinated report was in Colombia. Now, peep how her vibe is when she's explaining this story. It's almost like she's happy to report that this man lost his life overseas, in essence, to try to like warn passport bros. You know, she wants to warn the passport bros, like, yeah, they killing y'all overseas, but just peep her energy a little bit real quick, fam. What do you peep her energy on this?
Imagine going on a solo trip out of the country and you end up dying in that country. Now your family has to uncover the truth on what really happened to you. This is my part 1 of my Omar Watson story. Omar Watson was unmarried and had no kids. He worked as a stock trader and entrepreneur, and he lived with his parents in Brooklyn, New York. He was an avid solo traveler and been to a handful of countries like Japan, Brazil, Mexico, and France. He had planned to be in Colombia for a week and planned to go to Portugal right after. On February 4th of 2024, Omar had texted his mother letting her know that he had arrived at his Airbnb safely. He had promised that every single night that he got to his Airbnb safely, that he would let his mother know that he was okay.
All right, so the title is Passportbros from New York Dies on Solo Trip to Colombia. All right, so this is World Star Hip Hop titled this. They always title stuff Passportbros stuff.
On the second and third night, everything went well. On the fourth night, he didn't check in, so Mama called him and he picked up the phone. February 29th was the last day that his mother spoke to him. After that, he was found deceased on the bathroom floor of that Airbnb. Now, here's where things get a little weird. His passport was on the wooden table near the entrance of the apartment, but his phone, iPad, and wallet had vanished. Who knew that it would take months to uncover the truth? The last conversation that Omar and his mother had was Omar was not feeling good. He was vomiting and he had diarrhea, but he said he started to feel better after going to the local pharmacy and getting some medication.
All right, so he's already not feeling well. Okay, I don't know I don't know if a blood clot makes you that type of sick or anything as far as, throwing up and vomiting. That could have been more so food poisoning or something. Or somebody could have been slowly, because they do little mini doses of scope too. I remember a story out there in Medellin of a guy that opened up like a little restaurant. It was a guy from Belgium, and his maid was slowly microdosing him scope like weekly. She would microdose him scope. And the guy ended up going crazy. And I think he signed over like his club. I think he gave his maid like power of attorney or something. It was something where he lost all his money and he had to return back to Belgium. His friends and family tried to basically send him back to Belgium. But his own maid had been microdosing him, weekly, a little bit of scopolamine. So it could be possible that maybe he was with a girl that was maybe microdosing. We don't know. Or it could have been a blood clot. Like I say, we don't know.
On March 1st of 2024, the U.S. Embassy called Omar's mother to alert her of his passing. Omar Watson's body arrived at JFK Airport March 21st. His death certificate stated that he had died of natural causes. Now, I am not a medical professional, but he died of a blood clot that was in his leg, and that could be irritated by sitting for long periods of time. What really makes me sad was that Omar's mother did try to get an autopsy in New York, and she was unsuccessful. 3 months after the funeral, in late July of 2024, that is when FedEx delivers Omar's luggage. Now, this is where it got a little confusing for me. Inside that suitcase was his clothes, but along with his clothes.
So she's in the Passportbros winning group. So in that little group, the bootleg group, they have men and women in that group. That's why the numbers swelled up so much, because they let anybody in that group.
Were a dress, blouses, pink sandals, silver earrings, and the mom said the clothes appeared to be new. His mother also stated that she didn't know if he had a girlfriend or he was dating anyone. These are my questions. Where's the phone, iPad, and wallet? Did anyone try to track those locations of those devices? Where is the official autopsy report? Where is the toxicology report? Where are the photos of the crime scene?
Where's the video? Because it has to be. It's 2024. Most buildings have an outside camera of people coming in and out. That's the main question. Where's the video at? That solved everything. Was he in a room by himself? That he had company with people coming in and out? That's the real question.
Whose fucking clothes were in that bag? Now, of course, I've done some research on the internet. A lot of people were thinking that those clothes might be his. It might have been his. He could have been traveling with someone and they got scared and left.
I don't know if those. She said the clothes were like petite clothes. So I don't know. I think more or less those are probably some clothes he brought for a girl that he planned on seeing?
At this point, it's really a mystery, and I really do hope that they uncover the truth. Now, this is my part 3 of my Omar Watson story, but it's not really a part 3. This is more so in connection to the 8 suspicious deaths in Colombia that was issued as a travel advisory before Omar left. They're saying that these deaths are linked to a dating website, and these people being unalived are U.S. citizens. I know you guys remember this comedian who was unalived in November. He was meeting a woman, and that woman unalived him. Well, she didn't unalive him. The men that she set him up to get unalived by these other men. Now, the warning going out is, hey, if you meet somebody, be careful. If you meet them on a dating app, don't even meet them, okay? It's dangerous. Travelers are being told to meet in public places and being kidnapped from them public places. Wow. Of course, it's crazy because the comments that are over Facebook and Twitter are saying that these, and I'm not saying, I'm just saying allegedly that these men are passport bros and they're going over there. I'm not saying that.
They got, like I said, they got the monkey branches in there. They have the monkey branches in there.
And none of these articles stated that Dwayne Morris or that comedian were passport bros.
Remember what I said earlier in the stream. It's an ideology. It's not a title. All right. If you want to call yourself a passport bro, that's fine. I call myself a passport bro. But it's a mindset. It's an ideology. So we don't know if these guys sub to it or not. These are just random guys traveling. And unfortunately, one of them could have been a possible crime. In this case, the brother in Brazil, it was 100% a crime.
But that comedian was on a dating app and was meeting a woman in that country off that dating app. Y'all better be careful out here. These women ain't playing with y'all. They set up queens at this point.
So that's kind of like her little, her little odd. She's trying to warn guys and stuff like it, that's what they do, man. That's what they do. And she wasn't really too facetious about it, but it's kind of like, hey, you guys better stop traveling overseas and dating them foreign women. You better stay your ass in the States and become stepdads and deal with our crazy asses, our modern, masculine asses. It's better off than that. At least you won't lose your life. That's kind of like the narrative. These women be trying to preach on TikTok to a certain degree, trying to scare you off from traveling. But we all know it's a certain way you got to just move overseas for the most part. And you got to be very careful. Let me get a super chat real quick. I want to give a shout out to my man T-Mac with $10 super chat, man. I really appreciate that. The condition that a young man was diagnosed with post-mortem can happen to anybody. Anyone. I had a similar issue and had to go to the hospital in Munich. Deep vein thrombosis is real and can be deadly. All right. Yeah, especially for them long flights. Especially for them long ass flights, man. They definitely want to get up and walk around. It's unfortunate because it looks like that they kind of like messed up, and they wasn't really trying, or they didn't think it was worth their time until CNN got involved, right? They didn't even contact the family to tell them that they had an autopsy. So lucky it was some type of funny business going on out there. Somebody definitely stole his things. That's apparent. And also, if I was the family, I would have went down there to that exact building, to that Airbnb, and saw if there were cameras there. That's what I did. That's why it's important to have a fixer. That's why it's kind of important, man, to be a part of a community to a certain degree. To be in a certain group, to be, download the app so you can be able to find a fixer real quick. If something happened to somebody in Colombia, I can call my fixer, right away. Or if somebody happening in Brazil, I can call my fixer right away and say, hey, man, this is the address. This is the location. Can you go over there and can you see what's going on? As a matter of fact, when in Medellin, I don't know if you guys remember when that brother had died in, what was that? He died in, it was in Provenza at the Poblado Lost. Me and my fixer walked up in there and found out exactly what happened. All right. He actually wasn't drugged. It actually was an overdose. All right. So things like that are important to be kind of connected within these communities. It's very important, right? It could possibly save your life. All right. Somebody say, no, we haven't talked. See, stop speaking negative on the dead. Come on, guys. All right. So we almost got 200 people in the room. Guys, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. All right. Make sure you hit that like button. Did you guys see, before I get to the stream, did you guys see the Freaknik documentary? Who all saw the Freaknik documentary in the chat? And it's going to tie into our story. I might do a panel. Who all saw the Freaknik documentary? Press 1 in the chat if you saw the Freaknik documentary on Hulu. All right. Press 1 in the chat if you saw the Freaknik documentary on Hulu, fam. It was actually a really good documentary. It was put together very well. Shout out to Swirl Films. I know a couple of cats that work for them. Shout out to Swirl. One of y'all, you saw the Freaknik documentary? Bruce said you didn't see it? Okay. It's a good documentary. No, it's good. I mean, I learned a few things about it my damn self. I knew it was started by everybody in Atlanta knew that the Freaknik was started by the college students. All right. Everybody knew that it was like an AU center type of thing. Everybody knew. And Freaknik was huge, man. It was like no other. It was big. So you was there 95, 98? Nah, I wasn't. Nah, they couldn't show me. I was a kid, so they couldn't show me, but I was out there for sure. And I was looking for women that I knew, but they covered some of the faces up. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did have some of the aunties shook. You're right. Yeah, man, Freaknik was the first few years of Freaknik. See, what happened with Freaknik, and I'm glad the documentary showed this. First of all, it was the title in itself. It's almost like it's similar to the Passportbros, right? You got the freak and you got the nick, right? Freaknik. And of course, we all know that's kind of slang for freaking, right? And I think when the college students kind of first started this, because it was a group of college students, Morehouse and Spelman students that started it, it was just a cool little horny little name. They didn't think nothing of it, but it seems like it actually became the name, right? When Luke came from Miami and the Miami guys came up with all the booty shaking and the twerking and everything. I mean, the college girls would do that too, but this was kind of like, it kind of morphed into something different right in front of their eyes. And it got bad. It got bad because at the end, towards Freaknik, I actually saw it with my own two eyes, it getting worse and worse every year. As a matter of fact, as a 13-year-old kid, I saw my first naked woman at Freaknik, right? At Freaknik, off Silver Road, had to be like 90, 96, 97 or something like that. All right. Right there, it was, we walked out the complex. It was, it was me, my little brother, like all the little neighborhood boys and us. We might have been like 12 deep. We had saw a little Mexican with a trench coat. He had one little 16-ounce can of beer. He sold it to us. I think he might have gave us the beer actually. And we all thinking we drunk. We all take a little sip of the beer, and it was gridlock traffic, but going both ways because it's like an uphill. And it was his sister on the back of a truck with a big ass like anaconda snake or something, and she was naked. She was naked, right? And it was like that was Freaknik, and a whole bunch of guys surrounded the truck. They started grabbing on her and everything. They started shaking the truck and all that. And for us as boys, we just like, whoa, like what's going on? Like it was about to, and it was the guy that came out. I think he had a bat. The guy that was driving, he had a bat or like some spray or something to get the guys off of her. But that's what Freaknik ended up becoming. Another time I was in Freaknik, and this might be the last year I was in Freaknik, I got stuck in Freaknik with my pastor. All right. So it was me, my little high school girlfriend, my boy, and my boy dad was the pastor at the church. And we was leaving like, what was we leaving? We was leaving like some type of church event. We was always in church, right? My mom had me always goddamn church. But my dad was a hood dude. So we was like leaving some church event, and we got stuck in the middle of Freaknik. And I remember like the pastor was excited as hell. He was happy as hell. He was just like, oh, I guess we're gonna be stuck, kids. Hey, let's get out, let's walk around. I'm like, damn, you saw Pastor Olsen? You sure we gonna do this? So we walking around and he's seeing all the women. He's like, yeah, you drinking and everything, you having a good time. Atlanta was a special place. There's no city in America like Atlanta. I know people joke about Atlanta now, but original Atlanta, before everybody from New York and DC and all them came, Atlanta was special, bro. The reason Atlanta was so special because Atlanta had a uniqueness about itself with black excellence. That's why it made Atlanta, right? It was black excellence, you know. And before Atlanta, we had, what was it? What was the name of that? Gatlinville or something like that. I can't escape the name, but they flooded our city originally. That's the new Lake Lanier. They flooded that, and everybody moved towards Atlanta. Atlanta had an interesting dynamic where downtown Atlanta was where Southern whites and blacks, you know, we'll do our entrepreneur, we'll do business together, and we'll, you know, go back to our homes in our little suburban areas and everything. But you had a lot of entrepreneurs in Atlanta, man, and it was a special place. It wasn't really no hating because there was so many women, and at that time, our women weren't really socialized to be materialists. I actually feel sorry for some of the younger guys, man. I feel sorry for some of the younger guys because they didn't really get to experience the tail end of genuine black love like our generation was able to experience. All right. Like we had them Southern belles, no weave, no tattoos, no female rappers, no strippers, no OnlyFans, no I'm an Instagram star, follow my link. They trying to do Freaknik 2024 now. It's like a big concert, but it's not going to be the same, bro. It's not going to be nowhere near the same. Like that, guys, unfortunately, missed out on that little area. It's gone. It's never going to be the same. All right. And at the end, it got bad. At the end, it got bad. Okay. Not Gatlinburg, T-Mac. It's Oscar Town. I believe it's called Oscar Town. They flooded it. They flooded our original. Shot my man Wonderful Travel with the $5 super chat, man. I really appreciate that. I said this before. Passportbros is the new Freaknik wave. Bros moving in a positive direction and coming together to have fun. Exactly. That's why it was real important. It was real important to kind of just make sure we transfer it from being a title to an ideology, right? That way they can't just pin individual down and say that's what the whole quote unquote movement is about. We changed it. We successfully was able to kind of change it from going overseas, doing whatever, to saying, hey, excuse me, you know, guys are going overseas and search for traditional wives and open up businesses and the easier lifestyle. We're getting out the West, getting out the matrix. That's what the ideology is about. All right. Appreciate the super chat. Wonderful travels. My man said, had no interest in Freaknik, although I do know a little people who did go every year. The stories they told me were beyond sordid. I mean, yeah, it was wild. It was wild. Don't get me wrong. It was wild. It was real wild. Yeah, Freaknik was really lit. I mean, it was something like you wouldn't believe. You know, women was just doing their thing, man. Like they were doing their thing out there. But I think when the rappers got involved, the hood got involved. When Luke came up and kind of changed the dynamics and actually put freak to the Freaknik and had the girls from Miami coming up dancing and stripping and, you know, being naked and doing all that shit. And, you know, the thing about it, like guys that manage strip clubs are real slick. They understand the beehive nature of a woman, right? They understand if you put some music, some thundering ass music, and you get some of those core girls out there, that's real bad, that's real pretty, you know, they might be strippers or something, but they start doing some dancing and they see the guys giving those girls attention, then regular girls going to kick off and get started because women have like a beehive mindset. So now you got the college girls twerking, you got the librarian twerking, you got twerking, you got the nurses twerking, you got all the other women, because once a woman see another woman getting attention, especially group attention, you know, crowd attention from men, then the other girls say, well, I want to be cheered. I want some people to throw some champagne on me, throw some water on me, right? I'm a bad chick too, right? That's how that shit started to kind of gain and pick up. And now women were going to Freaknik with the Daisy Dukes on, with the bras on, you know, showing their breasts and everything. It was wild, bro. It was wild. Kirby Films, $5 super chat says, what up, BMT? On any given Friday night, most of the strip clubs are empty. I have to agree. Hold the line to them. And yeah, that shit dead, man. That shit dead. I see 2 Chainz open up another strip club. I'm like, bro, that shit's so whack. That shit's so whack. Ain't nobody with a passport trying to be in no damn strip club in no 2024, bro. Get out of here with that bullshit. Like, dudes still, like, what dudes trying to do now is they trying to invest in female rappers, open up. They still trying to like open up little clubs and strip clubs and stuff. I'm like, man, ain't nobody with that bullshit no more, man. Get out of here with that shit. All right. Somebody said, closest thing to heaven we will ever experience on earth. Yeah, it's over with, man. It's not gonna be. Oh yeah, Oscarville, right, JD? My bad, family. Oscarville, that's absolutely right. Oscarville. They made a movie about it, and I think it's a little offensive. They made like a horror movie about it. It hasn't come out yet. You're right, BMT. Oscarville, they flooded the city. Yeah, they flooded. Yeah, you know they don't allow us to have black business districts in America. That's a no. Yeah, the rappers brought the hood people, and the hood people got involved. But all in all, it was a good documentary, man. It was a good documentary, right? That's when clubs in Atlanta were off the chain, fam. They were off the chain then. Clubs in Atlanta were off the chain, bro. Like at that point, before BMF started doing shootouts in Buckhead, all that BS. Before like all the little dudes coming up from the country towns that was slanging dope, like it was because Atlanta, like the people that's actually from the city of Atlanta. We have our little beefs and problems and issues, man. But like I said before, man, it was so many pretty women in Atlanta, so many people getting legitimate money, working for Bell South and, being firemen, military and all this stuff, man. It was plenty of jobs. Atlanta was home of the, They were home of a lot of conventions. It was like the home city of the biggest city in America for conventions. So conventions brought jobs, stuff like that. It was a different type of vibe. We wasn't nowhere near like no Baltimore. It's not nothing like it is now. People be trying to act like Atlanta was the toughest city. No, it wasn't. It wasn't, bro. It was too many women. It was too many women goddamn involved. Like it wasn't no reason to be a gangster ass dude in Atlanta because you had 2-3 pretty ass red bones or chocolate sisters with big booties. You didn't have to do all that. You have to do all that if you had a cutlass and a 1-bedroom apartment and you was cool and laid back and then let the woman get into your head. You'll be just fine. All that's changed now. I never went to Club 112. But now we're talking about, we got 205 people in the room. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button for you, boy. We in here, we rolling, right? Now we're going to talk about, man, this Nightlife. I want to break down this video. I want to give a shout out to my man, Destro Reborn, all right? Check out this channel, guys. This guy is tight with the edits, man. Tight with the edits. We're going to break down a little bit of his video, fair use. Make sure to sub to him. I'll put a link in the description. Let's see what he got to say. This is interesting. And the Passport Bros, of course, are always mentioned. Let's see what he got to say.
So I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and we were talking about how the club isn't fun like how it used to be. And I was wondering, like, where's all the dudes? I don't know, but they're not there. And that's cool, not like I care.
They mad, bro. Look at him. Look at him.
Why is there such a drastic increase in men avoiding the nightclub? I mean, I could give you the politically correct answer if that's what you seek. No, but you demand straight facts.
Give me the bottom line. Give me the truth straight up, no chaser.
The truth is, the modern nightclub is no longer efficient for our purposes.
Facts.
I mean, efficiency literally means achieving maximum productivity with minimum wasted effort or expense. Now, if I ask you to calculate all of your recent club experiences, would you deem them efficient? I mean, let's be frank. How much money have you wasted for subpar tenderloin extraction? Let's do the math.
Subpar.
You and a group of friends pull your money together to lease a booth, a few bottles, and a disease-infected hookah. Be honest. How much baseline tenderloin did you and your squad obtain from this investment?
So I don't know if y'all saw, but there's this whole discourse going on Twitter talking about,
wow, I just built the most amazing workflow on Monday.com.
You build your own.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Why?
There we go.
why do clubs suck now, and why does club culture suck?
Let me torture y'all with that, man. Look at old school. That's another thing. Them old women in the club, man. Oh my goodness. That's another reason. I remember coming back from Brazil, man. Coming back from Brazil in 2017, going to a club in Atlanta right off Camp Creek. What is it called? The U Bar, I think. Something like the U Bar. And once you travel, and I know some of my guys already know this in the chat, especially my military guys has been all over the world. Once you travel, man, your club vision gets so bougie. I remember being in the club right after I left Brazil in Atlanta. This might have been a couple of weeks after I left Rio. And I'm looking down on all the females in the club. I'm looking at all the weave. I'm looking at all the overweight women. I'm looking at women eating chicken wings and everything. You know, it's just like, oh man, like, oh, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, oh, why am I even here? Like, what am I doing here? Like, this is disgusting. These women look terrible. You know, and that's what happens, especially with guys who traveled overseas. All right. I got another super chat here. All right. Shout out to my man, Desi the Explorer. He's the sponsor of the day. I appreciate that, man. I believe that's the Canadian dollar, $69. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. Says, hey BMT, I'm a long time listener and watcher. I like that you promote Black men working together. It's very important. I've sent you an email titled Meet Up in the middle of October 2024. Please respond as soon as possible. Thank you in advance, Desi. I just checked my email before the show, man. I didn't see your email, but I definitely get back with you, bro. I appreciate that. And I appreciate that super chat. Shout out to my man, Desi the Explorer. I'm going to leave that up for a little second, all right? All right, let's continue.
Suck now, and we gonna get into it because I'll tell you why club culture sucks now.
And I finally put some water on my face. I was like, oh, we got grenades, man.
Meanwhile,
And I was wondering, like, where's all the dudes? I don't know, but they're not there.
I mean, are we honey badgers or are we peacocks? Do you fully understand the buying power you just exhausted and how much that same investment would yield you in other markets abroad? I apologize. I'm somewhat triggered by wasted assets on subpar women.
The nightlife industry and nightlife
Here we
culture
go.
around the world is slowly dying. Here are 10 reasons why, but also, David, will it ever come back?
a few moments later.
People are primarily saving up their funds for larger festivals or bigger trips, potentially trips overseas to travel.
Yeah, I mean, people are saving up for trips to Latin America, South America, to Asia.
Passportbros?
Passportbros, but also to Tokyo.
Passportbros?
Passportbros, but also.
There you go. Passportbros. Listen. We're making an effect, family. We're making an effect. We are making a effect, all right? T-Matt said, Brazil destroyed my dating life in the USA forever when I went in 2004. Oh, man, that was early on. See, America was still popping a little bit in 04, though. I never experienced anything like it. I thought Tijuana was lit, all right? Okay, cool, Desi. I got you. I'm going to check it after the live. All right. So my chicks in the club themselves, but no man to turn down liquor pimps or deny sexual access. Boo-hoo, no one's blaming but themselves. Passport bros, man. We're making an effect. Guys are saving their money. Guys are saving their bread. Passport bros are hurting the club scene stateside something serious. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we are. Let's continue. Shout out my man Destroy Reborn with the video.
For bros, but also to Tokyo.
To this day, modern women cannot give us a clear distinction between a man being assertive versus a man being quote-unquote abusive. Because what's right and what's wrong all depends on if she finds you attractive.
I feel like what you say, the men are different.
They're
The men
nicer,
are much more respectful.
now, because like before you could you be dancing and then after a while you gotta turn back like, who the heck is this? No, I could be pushing back like, he gonna come? Right? Like I hear doing the most work.
Sir, grab this wine.
No, but if you know what, they come in for wine or no, like this stand up
even the whole
watching.
touching thing, because I always used to have an SVD and used to make me so annoyed when you pass people, they gotta touch you.
Yeah, that's
especially the men. Now,
Nobody
They
hands
don't
up,
even
girl.
come at all. I was surprised when somebody come behind me.
Honestly,
It was very shocking.
I'm kind of confused. You guys sound like you're upset. You don't get
no, because
bum rushed
now
anymore.
look, when we used to get touched, it was annoying.
You
but
wanted to get bum
no,
rushed,
but
you
you
don't want to
go
get bum
into
rushed.
the complete opposite side. You need a balance. Don't touch me up disrespectfully.
Right.
But pull up on me. Pull up. You just want.
If you're not her type, then be prepared for those Trey Songz or Cuba Gooding Jr. allegations in the near future.
That's a good point. That's another thing. Some guys are afraid to approach women in the club now. Somebody said, we're all the guys so we can bum drinks off the free drinks. Right. Some guys are truly afraid to even try to approach women nowadays, man. I want to show this real quick too. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. This was interesting, man. I want to know how you guys feel about this right here, man. Let me see. Where's this shit at? I gotta be careful when I pull up my. Hold on. Let me double. Hold on. Let me. So I know how I pull up my damn WhatsApp. Hold on. Where is it showing that? This was real interesting right here, fam. Where's that shit at? Okay, 201. Let me pull this up real quick. So my work lived in Japan, one of the freakiest countries on earth. Man, Japan got some beautiful women, man. Real talk. They got some real pretty women over there in Japan. Hold on. What was that thing called again? No, I don't want to do that. I want to, what was that shit called again? I just saw it. I'm going to put up on the screen. It's info. I just saw that thing. I'll just pull it up. There we go, 201. 201. Let me pull this up real quick. I want you to know what you guys think about this real quick, man. This is actually kind of interesting. I don't know why people have to bring, our stuff to other countries. Now, you guys are familiar with this show right here. It looks like they're going to be in Colombia, in Cartagena doing their show. Now, I don't know if they're going to actually have Colombian women on the show. Most Colombian women don't speak English. So it's going to be interesting how they're going to set this up. I don't know if they're bringing American women out there to Cartagena. I wish dudes would just leave it alone, man. I really do wish that guys would stop trying to, turn up in Colombia, with some American culture type shit. Like leave American culture in America, bro. Like when you go overseas, in my opinion, I know it's just, it's some pop the balloon to find love. It's some guy trying to make some money, I guess. I don't know if this is the actual show or what. It's just like, come on, man. 3:30. Luck is some type. I'll say it's a private location in Cartagena, August 30th. I don't know what they're trying to do. I don't know if it's supposed to be some type of pool party. I don't know. But it'd be situations like this where things go wrong. When you do too much in Colombia, fam, things tend to go wrong when you have everybody kind of like in one location. It's a bunch of tourists. I mean, hopefully they got some type of fixer there. Shout out my man Danger out there in Cartagena. But damn, just leave. Like, stop trying to mix in American shit with Colombia. Like, stop trying to do the whole, Spelman Morehouse and all this, like trying to bring America. Colombia is not a country for that, man. You do shit like this in Mexico or something. Like, Colombia is dangerous, bro. Like, I know guys want to cap and make some money while they overseas so they can have fun, but leave our little stupid ass, goofy ass culture in America, bro. It's not for Colombians. You got a whole bunch of shit going on. Listen, people don't want you doing parties in their Airbnbs and shit out there. Like, it's just a recipe for disaster. Somebody gonna get their ass drugged. Somebody gonna get their ass robbed. All right. Leave that shit in the States. Please leave that shit in the States, guys. All right. And then again, it's like, the women go out there, they start hating on the local women, and it's a whole bunch of cluster bullshit, bro. It's just a headache, man. This is not no passport bro stuff right here. We're trying to leave a certain type of culture in America because we know how toxic it is. But you got these Negroes trying to bring the toxic stuff we're trying to leave over into Colombia, and they wonder why things go wrong. Okay, they wondering why things go wrong. Listen, it's popping. It's a nice little viral thing going on, popping the balloons. Leave that shit in America, please. Please leave it in America, man. Every time somebody hosts an event, something goes wrong. Trust me, I've been out there. I've seen guys throw events with concerts with rappers. Somebody get their chain stolen. Somebody get drugged. Somebody don't want to pay a chica. It's always some BS behind the scenes, bro. It's never worth it. Shout out my man Pablo Escobar with the $5 super chat. Says BMT, we got our foot on their necks. Keep applying the pressure. Appreciate that super chat, Pablo Frescobar. Appreciate that, man. I haven't seen you in a while, man. How's everything going? I see you out there in I think he was in Medellin. You was somewhere in Colombia with the horse riding with the pretty woman. Yeah, that's the pop. Yep, the pop the balloon challenge, fam. Right. I'm telling you, man, these dudes. Somebody said Colombia's watched. I'm cool. Yeah. Now it'll be different if they were doing something like what's that? Rolling Loud. That's like a big concert. Goes out to Thailand. They have a few rappers. That's different, man. But situations like this, I'm telling you right now, and I'm not trying to throw no shade. In my opinion, it's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. Right. The mayor of Music Travels, not a good idea. Right. Hood culture equals dysfunction. We all know this. We all know this, man. We all know where this leads. Stop trying to bring the poison to other countries. They already listen to our music. They already want to be like Cardi B and all this bullshit. Nicki Minaj, they already dying. I hate our music right now, bro. I hate what hip hop has become. All right. It's terrible for women right now. It's terrible for women right now, man. You got trash ass prostitute rap. You got OnlyFans. I mean, come on, man. And we leave that in the States. Can we leave that in the States, fam? All right. Let me hold on. Let me see if I can. Matter of fact, let me drop a link real quick. Let me get this off the screen. Let me drop a link real quick, man. Let me drop a link real quick. Hold on.
One man's flirt, depending on how he looks and presents, is another man's sexual harassment.
Yes.
And we are not doing a good job as women being able to explain why it's sexual harassment versus being an attractive opportunity.
To this day.
Men are frustrated. Men are not understanding what is the difference and why am I a threat if I'm being kind to you. So because of your behavior, women, I am now going to pull back my finances and resources. I'm now going to reduce my presence. I'm going to reduce my intentions, my efforts, because I don't want what my intentions are in terms of creating connection with you to be misconstrued as sexual harassment because you don't like how I look. I'm not your type.
The nightclub is not only boring, but it's dangerous. Risking your future for a 200-pound five or a single mother six is next level ludicrous.
I mean, it's crazy.
My man said, hold on. My man said 200-pound five. That's hilarious. All right, let me see what this is real quick. Passport Bro Villain.
Yeah, I've been on here at least 2 times already.
Why your name Passport Bro Villain though, bro?
Well, they always talk about, if you have a passport and you want to travel or try new experiences, that you're a bad guy. So I just buy into it.
Okay, all right. Let me get super chat real quick. Shout out to Megatron with the $5 super chat. Says nasty work from Rolling Loud in Thailand to now pop the balloon in Colombia. Ninja shit never ends well. Yeah, that's a bad recipe for disaster, man. They doing too much. They got jury on all in the promo and everything. Man, doing too much. You're doing too much. Recipe for disaster. All right, I'm gonna welcome Mr. Al Morris to the show. This is Mr. Al Morris. Sir? What's good, man? You got that principal name, Mr. Al Morris. Oh, you got too much feedback, brother. You got too much feedback, bro. I'm sorry. Oh, you got way too much feedback. You might have to turn something off or something, Mr. Al Morris. Go ahead, Passport Bro Villain.
Yeah, like you were saying earlier, I'm only 38, so I missed. I think when Freaknik was like the thing, think I was like in elementary school, but I did get to catch some of it. At least the off-brand spinoff when they used to have Memorial Day weekend in Miami because I stayed in Florida, just to see how unfiltered women were because when at least when I was growing up, they still had majority of shame, so women didn't want to be seen as these prostitutes. So they'll suppress all that freakiness all year, and then I'm assuming with Freaknik and Memorial Day weekend in Miami, they'll let it all out. Crazy stuff. I never seen that you can the type of stuff that you can do and you was allowed to do. It was just crazy. I was just shocked. Like the first time I went, I was just like, wow, I can't wait to go to the next year. But like always, the usual, the Negro's gonna come in, do the buffoonery, and they're gonna shut it down. But by that time, social media then caught up. What? Yeah, social media then came caught up and everything. So that kind of ruined it. On top of the buffoonery. But
right.
as far as like
Passport, you got a little popping in your mic, brother. You got like a little popping. I gotta mute you for a second. Try coming back in.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, everybody. Chad the Great, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good. You good to go, man. What's up? What's on your mind, brother?
Two things. So the whole Marcus Houston situation that happened like 2 years ago when it all came out. So like when MT calls them the sister girls, their whole tribe and everything, the whole community, they got upset about it when they found out, and everybody was going off on the Shade Room Ball Alert about it or whatever. I think he's like 43, 44 now, and the shorty's like 24, 25. So
yeah, they want every woman in America to subscribe to the same, going to college, going to school, getting a career, freaking off until you like 26, 27, then getting married, having all this emotional damage from all the little freak sessions you had in your 20s, and then you can't pair bond with a man no more, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, she came from a strict religious background. I believe they're like Mormon or Latter-day Saints or whatever. So she grew up with her family.
Her community and family protected her.
Yeah, they groomed her to be a wife, and she was ready to be a wife at 18. So I don't see why people are mad at her. And she's over 18. She has the right to get a school loan. She has the right to vote. She has the right to get a credit card. She has the right to be a full adult. Besides drinking, so I don't see what's wrong with her situation. And then the other point I wanted to make is I don't feel bad for Trayvon Diggs, bro, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Are you talking about the football player?
Yeah, I don't feel bad for him at all, bro. The reason why I don't feel bad for him is because Joey Chavez is his third child, bro, and he's only 25. You there?
Go ahead, bro. My bad. Go ahead. What you saying?
Oh, I was saying I don't feel bad for him because that's his third child, man. He's only 25.
Oh, yeah. I mean, sometimes I'd be like, damn, these women give their daughters the game for the most part.
Yeah,
and
so
it seems like the guys, we just kind of just be out there just winging it until we know we effed up.
Fact. So here's the situation. I kind of know him personally, him and his brother, because they're always here in Miami in the off season or whatever. So him and his brother, they take down girls together raw, bro. So that's why I don't feel bad for him. So he his first child he had when he was going to college. So he had his first child like 17 turning 18. He had a second child about 2 years ago with an Instagram model. They had already had two kids, and he just had his third child with Joey. So his second child, his second baby mama, she just had her third child with Christian Wood, the NBA player that used to play for the Lakers and the Houston Rockets. So a lot of these girls are being passed around in a circle, and they're all smashing the same chick. So Joey Chavez just had her third, which is Trayvon's third baby mama, and his second baby mama just had her third child the end of last year with an NBA player. So it's this weird circle of athletes and Instagram models or S workers or whatever. For some reason, it's like this whole thing is circulating. So I don't feel bad for none of them, man. Especially they know what they're getting themselves into. But at the same time, my thing is, since I deal with a lot of these high profile dudes, they're making a lot of money. They think they're invincible, man, until the whole ride is over, whether they're injured or they're too old or whatever, and they get out of the league or whatever. They realize they're not on that high anymore. So a lot of those right now, while they get money and they're famous, they feel like they're invincible. And I see it like a lot of dudes that I deal with, especially like NBA, NFL or whatever, coming to Miami all the time or whatever. Once they're out of the league, like nobody really cares who they are anymore. And then they usually end up getting divorced, or they end up having a whole bunch of baby mamas, and the baby mama wipe them clean. And I'm like, nobody sat you down. Well, I know the NBA and NFL has a rookie symposium where they sit you down and tell you about everything about what's going on in the league. But a lot of these dudes don't pay attention to it, man. And a lot of their financial advisors is cleaning their pockets too, or their agents, they're not really putting them on the game, man. They're really just there to make money. So I feel bad for these dudes, but at the same time, you got to be paying attention. Like, you see what's happening to dudes that were in the league before you, and you pretty much just not paying attention and following this in the same footsteps and end up in the same situation as them.
Exactly. It's crazy, man. It's a lot of treacherous waters out there, especially when you have money. Especially when you have money. Shout out to Maximilian, Global Push. He's also a member of the Fire Super Chat, man. I really appreciate that. It says headed over to Thailand in 7 weeks. I can hardly sit still. I'm ready to go now. Yeah, you're gonna have a good time in Thailand. I want to catch this other comment by At Your Wife's House All Day. He says Rolling Loud only solidified the indoctrination of ratchet behavior for a lot of Thai women here. Now Thai girls with trusted sponsors are losing sponsors due to the Americanized behavior change. Wow, that's deep. Indoctrination. That's deep. That is deep. I seen it. I seen it on the pictures, man. I have seen some of the pictures. They got the little micro braids in, the tattoos, long fingernails. Like, they there. Some of them are there. That's why I try to stay far away from chicks like that out there in Thailand. But Thailand's big, man. Go to Bangkok. Go to other places. Go to Chiang Mai. Go to other spots besides Pattaya. You'll find you a nice little solid one out there, man. Somebody said, man, spreading all over the world. It's all over the world already. I mean, I don't know if you've seen that little, I think it was a Chinese female rapper or a Japanese female rapper. She's like trying to rap like Sexy Red now. So it's getting out there, man. It's getting out there. It's something about when you look beyond the surface, it's almost like if you can control the original people, if you can control, our music is powerful. Like we have a genre of music that we've created that everybody of every culture can tap into, right? Like, everybody can't listen to, gypsy music or something. Everybody can listen to Indian music or certain Japanese music or Thai music, but everybody can vibe to our music. And there's a lot of power in that. So when you can control that type of music, you can control, certain degrees of influence to a certain degree, right? So that's unfortunate, man. Hip hop was so beautiful. Like, it was so different starting out. It was so different. It was conscious. It was political. It was dancing. It was fun. Hip hop was fun back in the day. Now it's just them little stupid ass street niggas and just ruin that shit, man. This Japanese rapper, Shang. Okay. We got a Chinese Sexy Red. I mean, they bro, I was in a club not a club, it was a bar in Thailand. I don't think the bar is even open no more. And there was some Japanese guys in there, and they was putting me and my boy on to their little trap rap. Shout out to my man, the mayor. What up, Mayor? Mr. No Icon. Yeah, take yourself off mute, Mayor. All right, Mayor not ready yet. J.K. Eddie says the ratchet behavior influence won't affect them the way it affects Black people. To others, Black culture is just entertainment. To us, it creates dysfunction. Yeah, you might be right about that. There's some truth. There's some truth about that. Mayor, you there?
Yo, can you hear me, brother?
What's up, man?
Oh man, yeah, man, they're destroying my they're destroying my beautiful city, man. Cartagena, man, it's getting destroyed every day, man. Oh man, sad.
Man, these your people out there trying to bring that bullshit out there, man. Look at her.
Man, man, it's sad, man. It's just and like
I hope that one on the right not Colombian. She might be. These might be strippers. All these girls look like they might be strippers or something.
Yeah, they look.
They definitely strippers. They definitely strippers. Ain't
on,
no chick walking around America looking like that not gonna strip or don't have an OnlyFans. Trust me.
You can zoom it a little bit more.
Let me see if I can zoom in. Hold on.
They
you might know it. You might know them, brother. Hold on.
They look like.
I can't. I don't think I can zoom in on this one. Hold on.
In the gray, the one in the they look Latin.
They do look. She definitely looks a little Latin. I can't zoom in though, brother. But
man, it's just, man. It's just sad, man. I mean, I'm in Medellin, man. I was in Medellin last week, chilling, man, vibing. The waiter's handing out. He's like, yo, you want to buy ones? Hey, come on. Niggas is buying ones. They got the little brick, the little 100, 200 mils. They're walking around. Niggas is buying them and they just throwing. I'm like, oh, man. Medellin, man, it's over for that spot. And then they just bringing it over to Cartagena little by little, man. It's like, oh, man. Where we gotta go? Like, where can we go to have a great time and vibe without the nervous? Man.
At your wife's house all day says the other night I had a Thai chick come through my condo. We chilling. I got music playing on my iPad, London drill. She immediately changed it to Sexy Red and sang every word. English was spot on. Yeah, man, it's unfortunate. I hate when they do that shit. That shit don't even be looking right when they be dancing to that bullshit either.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you real talk. Like, dude was standing on the couch and throwing the money. A lot of the Colombian chicks was really just looking at it, while you had a couple like grabbing it. Them girls was like, man, I'm not picking up no 2 mil. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they too petty for that. But it's like, man, you need that bread, baby. Why are you trying to front? But nah, man, I gotta find some new cities, man. Medellin and Cartagena, man, it's over.
Yeah, I wouldn't know, man. I've never been to a strip club in Colombia.
No, I have. No, I'm not talking about strip clubs though. I'm talking about a club. I'm talking about a dance club.
Oh, okay.
You think I'm talking about a strip club? No, my brother.
This is a regular dance club.
Yeah, this is a regular club in the park, bro. I'm just.
Oh man.
Yeah. I'm just.
But hey, you can catch the inside joke though, because me and you was in the club.
No, that's a strip club though, bro. That's a strip club. That's what you're supposed to do. Like, basically, the strip club in the strip clubs in Cartagena, the locals and nobody's doing that. You know what I'm saying? They get go dances and they're gonna slide to the room. You know what I mean? And in Medellin, when somebody want to get out the park, they go to the strip club, they go to La Isla, they get the ones and they throw the ones, which is, you're really wasting your time. You really don't gotta even do that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. Yeah, bro.
I don't know, man. Things are changing. Colombia is getting it's changing. I saw it changing early on, though. I think when I left in 2022 and I got back, I was like, oh, yo, this is different. Like the vibe from the girls not even the same no more.
Nah, yo, bro, listen, I saw that maybe 2 years ago. Because when I brought my crib, it was either going to be Medellin and Cartagena, but I was going to Medellin so much, I went to Cartagena. I was like, oh, this is the vibe. This is different. So I copped the crib out there. And now that I'm invested into it, I'm like, oh, man, I go to the clubs, man. I mean, bro, you go to the clubs, man. When I was going to Cartagena like 2 years ago, a bottle of Hennessy was about $80. A bottle of Hennessy was about $80. Don Julio was about $80. that champagne that you got, that what's that champagne, that JP something? It's like the big champagne out here in Colombia. JP something. I forget the name. That joint, bro, that joint was $50. $50. Yo, bro, it's $400 for Don Julio right now. Hennessy is $550. The cheap champagne that was $50, they want $150 for it right now. I'm dead serious. It's crazy, man. So now they know that we coming. Now they just upping the prices now. Bro, it's $75 for a hookah. Dead serious. Go to Cartagena, any club that play hip hop or any type of like vibe where we go, hookahs are $75 in Colombia.
Okay.
Cartagena right now, son. And so we had it 4 years ago, 3 years ago when we was going. The prices was sweet. The vibes of the chicks was sweet. Everything was sweet. But now, 2024. It's over with. So now I'm searching for another city, man. Searching for another city, brother.
Okay, man. You might not want to share that one.
No, I'm not. I'm in another city right now, kicking it right now. I would definitely not tell nobody. Yeah, that's the thing, though, man. We just got to keep this on the low. Like, come on, man, because it's sad, bro. We had something, man. We try to put brothers on. Brothers is coming, having a good time. And then here come the other crew coming. They like, man, I'm doing this ignorant ish in America. I'm gonna do this ignorant ish here. And it's just, and then the locals is looking like, oh man, these dudes are idiots, man. Yo, let's up the prices. Oh, they paying it. Oh, yo, hold up. Y'all drinking Hennessy? Okay, look, we've been pricing our stuff too low, man. Let's try $500, see if they buy it. Oh, snap, these idiots just paid $500. Yo, bro, you go to the store and buy a Hennessy, this shit is like $50. So you do the math, bro. They're making a $450 come up off of gringos, man, every night. Come on, man. But one person I do want to shout out, my man Ernest out there in Cartagena. He got two spots. One is called Vibe, one is called Euphoria. We had a long chat, and he said he gonna keep the prices Colombian prices, man. He black-owned brother out there. I had a long talk with my man. I sat him down. He said, "Listen, man, you ain't got to worry about it, man." So we got some help in my city a little bit. You know what I mean?
What up, Ethan Abroad? What's good with you?
I'm good. How about you?
It's been a minute, man. How's everything going with you? Or how's everything been with you?
Things are going amazing. Just trying to get my visa for Colombia.
Are you still in Colombia? Nah,
so I actually left like a few weeks ago because they did like a special background check. So I'm kind of here. It's a whole situation, but I'm gonna hopefully I already got the background check. That was easy, but a lot of stuff happened. But I should be back in like 3 weeks, hopefully.
Oh man, so is Colombia still working, man? Is it still you still like living out there?
Yeah, I love Colombia, but the thing is, I don't live where everybody lives. Like I don't really live in Medellin. I live in like a different city, so that city is less foreigners, less stuff going on, and I kind of like it. So,
okay, all right.
Hey, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. I'm in a new city right now, man. I ain't saying a word. I'm out here right now. I went to the clubs. I'm vibing. You know what I'm saying? My Don Julio shot, man. That joint $7, man. You know what I mean? $7, bro. When I was in Atlanta, man, they want $18 and a tip for one shot. I was like, man, hell no. But yep, I'm out here, baby.
Man, you remember Freaknik? Was you out there then?
Yeah, man. I got out there the year it was done. It stopped. They stopped doing it in '98, man. And I got there in '98, and so me and everybody, the whole AUC, we all came together and we linked up and on the strip at Clark. It was about maybe 80 of us. All was like cats from New York, cats from Cali. We all was on the strip in Clark, and we was walking around like, yo, where Freaknik at? So this was like the daytime. So everybody, we all hopped on the MARTA and we all just went to Lenox Mall and we turned Lenox Mall into Freaknik, bro. Chicks was twerking in Lenox Mall. I got footage of that, bro. I got video. I gotta post that. I had my camera back in the days, man. We all went to Lenox Mall and turned it up. We was in the food court going crazy. Chicks was twerking. It was crazy, bro.
Yeah, man, that is a special city, man. So Ethan, you say you're gonna be on the way back to your secret city in Colombia?
Nah, so look, this what
so technically it's not my secret city. It's Cali. But
no, man. Hey, yo, chill, dog.
Shock that people don't know about the third.
See, when you come out the closet as a bisexual, gay, AKO, down low movement, let me ban this guy in the chat. Dude just be saying shit. Get your ass up out of here, man. All right. Shout out to Love Crossing Borders, man. He says, we love you, Cartagena. We love you, Medellin. We love you, DR. We love you, Brazil. Shout my man, Love Crossing Borders, always showing support, always posting in the app. Appreciate that, Andre from Love Crossing Borders, man. Appreciate that, man. We just out here chopping it up right now.
Yo, you still live?
Yeah, we live right now.
Oh, dang, my bad. Yeah. Yeah, but nah, man. I'm
Somebody said we all know about Cali, bro.
Nah, they don't know about Cali. I'm the only. Let me be quiet.
Yeah, but most people don't really visit Cali. It's mostly like Cartagena and Medellin. Cali is not really visited because like the pay for play is not as like crazy as those other two cities. Hence the reason why foreigners go there more often.
Yeah, man. Shout my man T Mac with the $5 says, I'm on my second Colombian visa. Life here is good. It depends on your intentions. I am here to run my company. I am moving to Cali. I love Cali. Well, shout my man T Mac. All right. Hey guys, don't come to San Domingo. Stay in Colombia. All right.
I knew you was gonna say that, dog. I was waiting for it.
Hey man,
a lot of people are scared to come to it is people are scared to kind of visit Colombia these days. At least that's what I'm hearing. All the stuff going on, so I think it's getting even worse.
Nah, bro, I just flew, bro. The airport's packed, bro. That's cap.
That's okay. I mean, yeah, but most okay. Of course, how many people did you see? Like, how many foreigners did you see on the airport?
And it looked like goddamn Million Man March, bro. I said it looked like the Million Man March. I did Cartagena. I did Medellin for about a week, and then I did only place where I was the only person on the flight was Cali. That was it.
That's what I'm saying. That most people aren't going to Cali.
Oh, I thought you meant Colombia. Period. Yeah. Nah, ain't a lot coming here. For sure. I like that. I'm chilling.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Nah, but on some real shit, man. BMT, you saw that video I sent you. Did you see that video at McDonald's? I sent you that video, right? Where it's fighting.
Yeah. You seen that video a while ago.
All right, so look, y'all, man. When y'all come out here, man, listen, man. When y'all brothers come out here, please, man, just mind your business, do your thing. If the police stop you, bro, they just it's not like they targeting. They don't really I've never been targeted. I seen them pull over Colombians, everybody. They do. If they see you suspicious or any type of thing, they're gonna pull you over. Hey, what's up, amigo? Let me see your passport. You don't gotta have it on you. You can have your photo. They're gonna check your photo. They're gonna ask you, you know what I'm saying, pat you down real quick. When they pat you down, they don't find nothing. Guess what? You're getting the hell out of the way, bro. You good. I'm at McDonald's late night. Police pull over, same shit. I'm standing there. They pulled them over. I guess they thought they were smoking a vape, but I think it was like a flavored vape. I guess it was it was in like a pen form. It wasn't in like those big gadgets. Dude comes over. Hey, what's this? Yo, it's a vape. He's speaking English. Cop don't understand him. All right, cool. Let me pat you down. Dude, what you pat me down for? I ain't doing nothing, man. I'm like, I tell you, bro, chill, bro. Once they pat you down and you don't got nothing, they good. Man, dude started fighting and they locked his dumb ass up. Threw the nigga on the back of a moto and took his ass to jail, man. So Hey.
Oh man.
Yeah. They put that nigga on the back of the moto, man. Hey, look, it was the driver of the moto. He was in the middle, and the cop was in behind him.
Yeah, be careful when you're in Colombia.
What'd you say, Ethan?
I said, like, yeah, you got to be careful when you're in Colombia, when you're dealing with the police. Don't fight back, because that's gonna affect you if you want to get some sort of like a long-term stay. Because if they lock you up and they book you, that's a big issue.
That's true, man. I know we got pulled over quite a few times during COVID. They kept pulling us over in the same. They were setting us up with the taxis. Taxis would go right through the little roadblock. They would pull us out the car and search us. And my homeboy got a little, we got tired of it after a while. I'm like, man, just stay cool, bro. And them Colombians, they'll talk shit too. They'll talk shit back, even if they don't speak too much good English. So you in their country, man. You on their terms. Just go through it. They don't find nothing. Usually they'll just let you go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, trust me, bro. I got pulled over, taxi, hopped out. I'm coming from La Isla. I got a bankroll on me. They searched my pockets, saw all the money. I'm scared. I'm like, damn, this nigga about to rob me. He looked at my money, checked my wallet, He's like, go ahead, man, you good. I was like, damn, okay. Yeah, man, they just checking for drugs and weed, man. That's all.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end the show, man. It's been a dope show. Ethan, we did an interview before, man, but if you ever want to come back on, we definitely can chop it up again. Mayor, I'm still waiting on that interview with you, bro, when you cammed up.
Oh, man, yeah, dog. I got you.
We'll get to it, though.
Definitely.
All right, guys. Thanks for everybody tuning in. We are out of here. Peace.
Peace.